the summer of 2008, the shocking murder of Travis Alexander, a charismatic 30-year-old motivational speaker and devout Mormon from Mesa, Arizona, made headlines across the United States. His body was discovered by friends in his bathroom on June 9th, after he failed to show up for a planned trip to Cancun. What they found was horrifying. Travis had been stabbed 27 times, his throat slit from ear to ear, and he'd been shot in the head. Blood covered the walls and floor of the bathroom. His body was crumpled in the shower. The brutality of the attack stunned even seasoned investigators. This wasn't a random act of violence, it was deeply personal. At first, police were baffled. Travis had no known enemies. He was well-liked, successful, and seemingly drama-free. But when they started asking questions about his romantic life, one name came up again and again: Jodi Arias. Jodi Arias was a photographer from California who had met Travis at a work convention in 2006. They quickly entered a passionate relationship. Friends described their connection as intense but also toxic. Travis's friends didn't like Jodi. They said she was possessive, obsessive, and emotionally unstable. Though Travis eventually broke things off and started seeing other women, Jodi didn't take it well. She moved from California to Mesa, reportedly to be closer to him. She stalked him, slashed his tires, and broke into his email accounts. Still, the relationship never fully ended. The two maintained a secret sexual connection behind the scenes, even as Travis dated other women. The situation came to a head in early June 2008, just days before Travis was scheduled to leave for a trip to Cancun with a new love interest. Suspicion quickly turned to Jodi. Her behavior was strange. She called the police expressing concern about Travis, claiming she hadn't seen him in weeks. But she seemed unusually calm. Investigators found that she had, in fact, spoken with Travis on the phone on the night of his murder. Even more damning was what they discovered in Travis's home: a digital camera found in the washing machine. Though someone had tried to destroy the evidence, forensic experts were able to recover photos from the memory card. What they found was a timeline of the murder. The photos began innocently. Travis in the shower, smiling. But the final images showed him bleeding, injured, and then a blurry photo taken accidentally, showing what looked like Travis's lifeless body on the bathroom floor, along with a blurred image of a person holding the camera. They had photographic proof that Jodi Arias was there during the murder. Phone records, DNA, and fingerprints further tied Jodi to the scene. Her blood was mixed with Travis's in the bathroom. A bloody handprint on the wall matched both of them. It was now undeniable. She had been present at the time of the killing. When questioned, Jodi changed her story multiple times. First, she claimed she hadn't been in Mesa that day. Then she said masked intruders had killed Travis. Eventually, she settled on a new version. She had killed Travis in self-defense. Jodi Arias was arrested in July 2008 and charged with first-degree murder. Her trial began in 2013 and lasted 5 months. It became a media circus. Millions tuned in daily to follow the dramatic courtroom exchanges. The prosecution painted Arias as a jealous, manipulative woman who had planned the murder in cold blood. They showed how she had rented a car, dyed her hair, turned off her phone, and traveled over 1,000 miles with a stolen gun and knife. The murder, they argued, was revenge for being rejected. The defense claimed that Jodi was a victim of emotional abuse and killed Travis in a struggle to save her own life. They described a relationship filled with sexual degradation, control, and psychological trauma. Jodi took the stand and testified for 18 days, a rare and risky move. Despite her claims, the overwhelming evidence, photos, DNA, and her ever-changing stories convinced the jury. In May 2013, Jodi Arias was found guilty of first-degree murder. The jury agreed that the killing was premeditated. But the case didn't end there. The sentencing phase was delayed multiple times and the jury deadlocked on whether to impose the death penalty. Eventually, in 2015, after a second penalty phase also ended in a hung jury, the judge sentenced Jodi Arias to life in prison without the possibility of parole. She remains incarcerated at the Arizona Department of Corrections. The murder of Travis Alexander became one of the most sensational trials of the decade. It exposed the dark underbelly of obsessive love, emotional manipulation, and rage. Travis's family continues to advocate for victims of domestic violence and keeps his memory alive. Jodi Arias has remained in the public eye, giving interviews and even selling art from prison. She maintains her story that she acted in self-defense. But to the world, and especially to the jury, she is remembered as the woman who killed a man because he no longer wanted her.